I keep giving bad people good ideas.
Hey guys, welcome to today's video. We are going to be talking about cool things that they should add into Schedule 1. I have a really cool idea that I've been thinking of that would probably make a good DLC for down the road, or if they could somehow throw into the pipeline while they're still creating the game, because the game's still in early access, so it's not like the full product yet. So again, they still have the things that they do want to add, and like they still have a lot to add to the game. So again, seeing things like this might be way down the road, but also I do want to talk about this real quick, and I might make a separate video on it if it blows up into a big thing. But really right now, it'd be stupid if this case sticks on Schedule 1. So pretty much, if you don't know, there's this other game called Drug Dealer Simulator or some shit. Two games are very similar. Sorry, English is hard. The two games are very similar in that pretty much you make drugs, sell drugs, wop. Wow, it's crazy concept. So pretty much, they don't want to stop Schedule 1 from development, but they do want to put a investigation under them to see if they are under any copyright laws, or breaking any copyright laws. That's the better way of saying it. And pretty much it's just like kind of stupid because, number one, since we're not trying to like stop the project, which is good, but also just looks like they're trying to just make some quick money off Schedule 1 since it's blowing the fuck up right now. Number two, it looks like they're like all like jealous of Schedule 1 since it is blowing up. And again, if you look at the graphics of Schedule 1, not trying to talk shit on them, the game mechanics in the game is really fun, and I might talk about that a little bit on just a few tweaks I would do. But pretty much besides that, the game runs good, and it's a really fun game because, again, since the graphics aren't that intense in the game, you could run it on a laptop, so you could play this game on the go. And what's nice is this game does have cloud save, so you could pick up your save on your laptop, play on your desktop, whatever. It's actually a pretty cool thing that they do have set up with the game. And I feel like a lot of this coming from jealousy, and they'll try and find just a small little crack to kind of make money off this project, or to kind of just stop the project, because again, this game is competing with them, and I think, at least for them, they didn't have any competition before, because no one really made a drug simulator games, or let alone made a popular enough one to be competition. And now since Schedule 1's on the scene, they're kind of shitting their pants. That's how I see it. But onto what the video is actually about. I think it would be really, really cool, and I think I'm going to talk about the game tweaks I would do, like with the game mechanics real quick, because that'll be a way quicker segment. But pretty much, on the skateboard, it sounds stupid, but you can fly on that shit. You can like be like the Flash, and it comes in handy since you don't have to walk around the whole map and take up a whole bunch of time. But it is pretty game breaking to the point where it almost makes buying like a car obsolete, unless there's like some game like benefit that I don't know, or cops can't search your car unless they stop you or some shit. I don't know, but all I'm saying is pretty much, if you jump on the skateboard and say you're like jumping down some stairs, jumping down a hill, just getting some air or whatever, but you cancel that animation. So almost like in Call of Duty when you're doing slide animation, if you cancel that shit, you just launch yourself. So pretty much if you're on a skateboard and you get a little bit of speed, jump, and cancel the animation midway through, your guy will land where you're supposed to land when you did the jump on the skateboard. And pretty much, instead of watching the whole animation of your guy landing, you just cancel it halfway through and you land where you're supposed to be. So if you just do that fast enough and on repeat, you just kind of glide through the fucking map. Is it handy? Yes. Do I feel like it's a little bit game breaking and it should be tweaked and changed? Yes. I think like possibly a good solution would be when you jump off the skateboard, you land exactly where you jumped off, or you eat shit or something. And then also I would say add it where if you're beating up a fucking Adler civilian, if those Adler civilians are around, they'll contact and try to call the police as well. I just walk into stores and will pickpocket someone and then hit them with the bat, and the like store clerks just standing there like, hi, help me, I'll help you. And I don't know, just add a little bit more of a challenge. But besides that, onto the actual segment. So pretty much, I think it'd be a cool DLC or a cool add-on to where there was a prison and jail system, and it sounds dumb, but pretty much say once you get caught, instead of like, well, there'll be like levels to it, so you could get a ticket or a warning and shit like that, but then once you get thrown in jail or prison for doing like crazy shit, like say you kill a customer or you fucking get caught with like, because we're gonna add in adult drugs, like I guess they want to add in heroin and shit like that, which is again very weird to say that that's a step for a game to add, but for a game like Schedule 1 it makes sense. But pretty much it'd be interesting if you get caught with the harder drugs and the crazy or stuff like that, or if you get caught with like, you know, hella guns on you or something. And you know, like, I don't know, they make it where you need a license or like a certificate, and you don't have that or some stupid shit. Like they add a little speck of realism. Like they don't need to make it like hella realistic like the next GTA, but just add a little bit of realism just to kind of add in that little challenge or whatever. But whatever. It's quick or long story short or whatever the fuck. Pretty much, you get thrown in jail or prison, and pretty much in jail or prison, you have to learn how to smuggle in drugs and make your money. If that's stealing from adult prisoners, if that's finding ways to have, like, you know, you're playing multiplayer with your friends, have them smuggle stuff in for you, or you know, you have adult contacts, like you could contact the guy that you normally buy products from, like the seeds, weed seeds, or I think you could probably buy adult stuff down the road from him for making drugs, but at least for me right now, I'm only on the little selling weed and shit, so that'd be cool if you could contact the distributor and he could distribute to you in prison or something. And you pretty much do what you did when you were free, but in prison. So there's like a little bit more challenges, like more guards. The people are more hostile. Your stuff can get stolen, like your product and stuff like that. It'd be a little interesting and just kind of add in this like extra level of you don't want to get caught doing some like crazy shit. And like it's not just like, oh, my money or just some fine. It's like, oh, you get thrown in jail, and I don't know, make it a certain amount of time, or you gotta do a certain task to get out. And also, I thought what would be cool is if you're playing multiplayer, like make a way where you could break out if you're playing single player. But if you're playing multiplayer, make it where your friends can break you out, so you could do a huge jailbreak or something like that. I think it would be really cool. And they could add a lot, like they could add different kinds of drugs, different kinds of weapons, different kinds of mechanics into the game. I don't know, I feel like you could really do a lot with that idea, and I feel like I'm really only scraping the surface when it comes to talking about that idea. But I feel like it would be cool to add a little jail prison system where you have to steal from adult prisoners, fight adult prisoners, or smuggle in drugs or smuggle in stuff like phones and shit to make money and to either pay your bail and get out of prison or jail, or to have your friends come and bust you out and, you know, just some wanted criminals kind of running the city or whatever. It'd be really cool if they kind of did like a little spin or like an add-on or DLC like that. And yeah, besides, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, turn on fuck, why is English so hard? Like and subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Holy fuck, see ya, guys.